All right, next in the video of saving Kathy, I've got my brand new carburetor here. And it comes with a little gasket that goes between the carburetor and the manifold, which is that little circular gasket, and then this fibrous gasket goes between the air filter plate and the carb, which is right there. So it's going to fit in between the carburetor and that plate. So let's get started. But I just wanted you to see that carburetor. Let me set it aside, because first I need to reinstall the flywheel and the coil. I did check the gas tank, and it is remarkably clean and empties out like it's supposed to, and so that all looks good. So let's start reassembling this. I've got my coil over here because I'm going to have to redo that, reset the air gap again, because I had to take it off to reinstall the flywheel key, because it wasn't lined up real good. In fact, let me get I'm gonna turn this, find that blade, and I'm gonna turn the crankshaft around so you can see that flywheel key slot better. So now it's right there. So I'm gonna set the flywheel on here and line up that groove with that groove on the flywheel. So let me show you what that looks like. It's very important. Okay, before those edges were not lined up. See, now they are. See that edge, it almost looks like a perfect straight line, and then out to the flywheel. See that? And before, it had been bumped. It was like, I want to say it was sort of like that, which is not perfect timing. You want perfect timing. You want that spark to arrive perfect. So let me put it back where it was, right there. And now you install your flywheel key in that perfectly aligned spot. My flywheel key was not damaged, so I can reinstall that. Everything's still lined up. I'm checking it. Yep, nice and square. Let me see if this thing will just slip down in there now. Okay. So that, I just push that in with my fingers, and let me show you what it looks like. So it is still, everything is still perfectly aligned. So if you're drawing a straight line, you go straight, and then straight, and then up that groove there, see? Straight line. Same here, straight line. So that's the perfect position. So that means the spark is going to arrive exactly when it's supposed to. So now I can reattach my starter cup first, then the nut. The shiny part will be down. Okay. Get that started with a few turns. Now, I want this on nice and snug, so I'm going to take the brake off so the brake is touching the flywheel. That'll help everything lock in good. Okay, so now so the engine brake is on. I can't turn that flywheel. That'll help me tighten that nut real good. So let me get my ear protection on, because I'm going to be using the impact wrench. Where did it go? Where did my headset go? Darn it. Oh, okay. Behind me. I'm going to use an impact wrench. Use these. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so the flywheel is on, and now I can reinstall the coil, and we're gonna redo the air gap one more time. I gotta slip this spark plug wire behind this piece to get it in the correct location. It drops down behind that piece, and that'll come over here. And I don't really want to connect the spark plug, but at least it will reach it. So I got to find my two little screws that hold the coil on. They both should be over here somewhere. I see one of them. Oh, there it is. Okay. So there's my two little screws that hold the flywheel on. I mean the coil on. Gotta get them lined up with the hole and get them started, and then I'll tighten them down with a 1/4 inch socket. Okay, and we've done this once already, but let me get my little plastic milk jug strips. Where are you? Must have put them back in my toolbox. Hang on. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to swing the magnet around until it begins to pull the coil in. But I have this ready so that when it grabs it, it's between there. Oh, of course, I got to take the brake off. Okay, now I can turn the wheel. Okay, that's not the magnet side, so let me get it down here. There's your compression. That's good compression, man. Oh, that's grabbing my linkage. Hang on. There we go. I think I bent it, but I'll just bend it back where it was. Let me swing this down. I'm going to swing this down and out of the way so that magnet's not grabbing it. There we go. Okay. I think I bent it back where it was. Right now. Here comes the magnet. I couldn't figure out why it was so hard to turn. Okay, it's the magnet's starting to grab it. Grabbing it good now. So now I'm going to put the other one on the far side. Let it start to grab it. Well, I'm just going to bring it fully around. So now it's grabbing both of them. So now I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. Hopefully I can do this with one hand. It'll be tough, but so I'm going to grab the coil and pull it towards me like that. So I've got a gap, and then I put my milk jug strip in there. Same thing. Then I do the same thing on this side. Watch this now. See that? So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to pull it there little gap. Okay, now pull this way, little gap. Okay, and the magnet's pulling it in there, it's snug. So now I can tighten it with my 1/4 inch. You don't need it that tight. Okay. So now that's snug, and now these, okay, it's not pulling out, that's okay. I'm just going to turn the wheel and grab them as they move. Oh, that one went down. Okay, I'm going to grab that with my needle nose pliers. Where are you? There you are. Let me get that little strip out of there so I can use it again in the future. All right, so there they are. So now my gap, my air gap between the coil and the flywheel is perfect. I'm a little worried about this thing, how much I've bent it. There we go. Okay, I think that'll be good. So what we can do now, by the way, I looked at the plug and it looks fine. What we're going to do now is I'm going to attach the carburetor to the fuel tank and then install that as a unit. But first I tore up the fuel line, so I've got to cut me a new piece. I've got a coil of it over there. But that's enough for now on this tape. So come back and we're going to keep going with this mower.